All right, here she is, former UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion Miesha Tate, and she told us in the fighter meeting on Thursday she has left no stone unturned in advance of this matchup here tonight. She feels like she has taken her preparation to that requisite next level. She has recommitted herself to the strength and conditioning. Thought maybe her body would realize success at flyweight. That was not the case at a more comfortable 135 pounds. Less angry during training camp. That can allow her to be a more doting mom. But she's excited. She's been smiling all week and feels, DC, like it might be a bad time to be fighting Miesha Tate.
Good job, good job.
All right, so the top 10 in the UFC Women's Bantamweight division has never been deeper nor more talented than it is right now. And of course, they're all chasing the champion who gets back on the proving ground here in a big spot tonight.
You know, and she knows that she holds the belt in the division that's been around the longest. She replaces champions like Ronda Rousey and Amanda Nunes, Holly Holm, and Miesha Tate. All these great champions that came before her, she carries that as if it's a medal of honor. To represent the history of this division in the best way. This woman is a savage, and she intends to keep that belt for a long time.
And in terms of muscle mass, body fat, I'm just not sure that she has ever been in the type of physical shape she is in advance of this title defense tonight. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. All right, now let's get to the tail of the tape for this Women's Bantamweight Championship fight. All right, now for the main event introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Bantamweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Miesha Cupcake Tate. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world, Germaine the Iron Lady de Randamie.
One of the best in the business, Herb Dean, is our referee tonight. Good. All right, round one underway. Here is the former UFC Bantamweight champion, Miesha Tate. At times, she has been tentative in round one, so this bears watching tonight. How will Tate choose to attack this particular opponent? No denying she has a lot of advantages in the fight, but can she get off to a good start tonight? That could be key. And she caught the kick. Oh, gotta be careful taking too many of those leg kicks.
Another one.
All right, early round one action here. Some high-level striking, but also some risk mitigation by both of these women.
You gotta think, though, there's like a lot of pressure on you when you get into a championship fight. You don't want to mess it up. So I understand the more cautious approach.
Tate going for the takedown here, nothing doing there. All right, now we get a little bit of separation. Oh, tremendous footwork on display by her there.
Yeah, beautiful countering, beautiful slipping, beautiful movement. It all starts with the feet, though. Before her head can move off that center line, she's got to be active with her feet. That's exactly what she did.
All right, so you see some welting now on the thigh a little bit as she continues to attack that area effectively.
It's a big part of the leg, so it takes a little longer to really start to see the effects of what you're doing. Right now, she's landing, but down the line, boy, she stays the course, it'll pay dividends.
Well, she lands another punch there. Her opponent has tried all night long to get into striking range, but as yet, she has been unable to do so. Nice job employing that reach advantage and keeping her opponent fighting on the outside. Oh, that's clean technique by her there. She gets the takedown after her opponent whiffed on the feet.
She's a tremendous wrestler, man, and you can see it in those level changes. She knows exactly when to level changes. She knows exactly how to finish those takedowns.
De Randamie gets hit from that. Well, things have gone one-sided here. Her kickboxing just continues to dominate and lead the dance.
I mean, her kickboxing is next level. We always knew she was good. I don't know if we anticipated she would look this good in the fight tonight.
All right, so she did it again, another strong takedown, but I don't know, maybe chase a sub now?
Yeah, she needs to be finding submissions, John, but that doesn't come unless she gets some damage on her.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Tate. Well, she's trying to pass here, but prevented from doing so. All right, round one is done. Round two coming up.
Take a seat. Breathe. Let's slow that heart rate down. Breathe. Relax. Okay, listen. You're not tired. I know you've got more in you than you.
All right, let's get you some of the highlights from that previous round, DC. And if you like leg kicks, you had a lot to like there.
Yeah, it was a great round to watch because you watch someone control a round with something that doesn't usually control rounds, the leg kicks. But not only did she control her, she really did damage her and slowed her down as she's going into the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round two. All right, here we go with our next round. Two of the best women in this division. We'll see who takes the upper hand.
You got to make a decision when you get up off of your stool going into the next round.
That's how you block a strike. Well, a lot of offense coming her way, but she's blocking a lot of these strikes with that high guard.
Yeah, John, she's got a very conventional guard, but she's smart, right? She's a very smart fighter, and she does not leave her opponents many open.
Oh, another beautiful strike to the body there. Don't want to eat too many more of those.
Well, you can. If you don't tuck the elbow, you're really going to struggle down the stretch.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Well, she knew those body shots were going to come in bunches. She defended well there.
Yeah, she did a really good job of keeping her elbows tucked, not allowing herself to take that shot clean.
Oh, I thought she was going to get tagged there. Instead, slips her head off the center line. Man, those boxing chops paying dividends for her tonight.
I mean, the very last moment, she just makes a slight movement, and her opponent misses and finds herself in a really bad position.
Well, we highlighted her reach advantage off the top, and she has used it to great effect here tonight. That jab has been there really from the fight's opening minute.
I mean, opening minute. The moment she landed one, she realized, okay, I can hit her with this strike, and she's been throwing it over and over again.
All right, so just as we saw in the previous round, she is realizing a lot of success with her kickboxing game tonight, and you can see the confidence growing with every strike landed.
It's overwhelming. for her opponent to be in there with her when she's in this flow state. She's so good at everything she's doing that now the activity is starting to pick up. If she can continue to fight in this way, I wouldn't be surprised if this fight gets finished.
GDR gets caught by that straight punch, beautifully landed by the opposition. Final seconds.
Nice stick to the body. Way to mix up the target.
All right, round 3 coming up next.
Sit down. Catch your breath. Slow it down. Get some water. Listen. Everything you're putting out there is working. I want you to stay.
All right, great round it was. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights, DC. A lot for the replay guys to choose from.
Yeah, a lot for the replay guys to choose from. But, John, it's going to be mostly kicks.
Right.
She landed them over and over again, found her target, locked in on it, and drove her shin right through her opponent's body. That was a great display of kicking in the UFC.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 3 of a possible 5. All right, so back-to-back entertaining rounds. We'll see how it goes in this round. We'll see which corners sort of maximize those 60 seconds on the stick.
This is what happens when you get two very skilled, very evenly matched fighters coming together. Nobody has really taken a lead in this fight. Let's see who does it going into the next round.
Telegraph that. Oh, she's been setting up that weapon all night. She did not miss there.
She's been looking for it, and she finally got it. And now she's going to see if she can close the night.
Tate's really limping heavily now. The leg kicks have started to pile up. Clearly, they're having the desired effect. GDR gets to the clinch now, but for how long? Clearly trying to recover here. She is absolutely wearing it. Well, her body work has always drawn rave reviews, but she has really taken it to the next level here tonight. Total volume to the body all night, and she's not throwing every one of them with fight-ending intentions. A lot of bruising on the ribs of the opposition. Under 3 minutes to go in our 3rd round. Well, her body language is all right at this stage of the fight, but man, the bruising on that. Shot by her there, put all the weight into it, and now this could be the beginning of the end for her opponent.
It seems like we are in the final act of a 4-part play because this fight is about done.
Man, somehow, some way, she's still firing back.
That was a jab.
Oh! Oh, is that gonna do it? Yes, that is it, and still! The undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world.
I don't have words to describe this woman. I believe she is the best. She's elite in everything, and she is still the UFC world champion.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 53 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, Germaine the Iron Lady de Randamie.
Well, they say if you ain't Dutch, you ain't much. But in all seriousness, we congratulate the former UFC featherweight champion, Germaine de Randamie.